For the last 4 months on this channel, I've been doing three things: educating you on AI, explaining why cloud AI isn't working, and showing you why on-device AI is the future. So in this video, I'm going to bring these three things together and explain why Kiraa is a game changer for AI. If you stick around to the end, I'll explain why 30th of June 2029 is a date that you should mark in your calendar. For months now, I've published hundreds of videos helping people demystify this crazy world of AI. And yes, this technology is transformational. I know there are a lot of people out there who don't get it and can't see what all the fuss is about. And I totally understand why they would say that. But I'm somebody who spends my day talking about AI, using AI, or educating others on AI. And apparently I even talk about AI in my sleep as well. As I said, the technology is transformational. It's the biggest breakthrough we've had in decades. And make no mistake, it will change the way that business and society operates. But let me also say this very clearly: the way we're doing it is all wrong. The people who are controlling AI are doing it with, let me put this mildly, perverse intentions. They talk a big game about helping humanity and spreading the benefits to society, but they do the complete opposite. They promote fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the minds of business leaders and politicians. They've stolen intellectual property and gaslighted a whole generation of young people. They equate the cost of training a model to the cost of raising a human. And that is just such an obscene comparison that I don't know how anyone would have even reached that conclusion. So maybe you could forgive all that if the technology was actually delivering, but it's not. We're just not seeing the benefits. And worse still, we just don't know how much of this technology actually costs. Because right now it's being heavily subsidized by investors to the tune of tens of billions of dollars per year. And that means businesses are trusting the technology before they understand how much they're going to pay for it. We're setting ourselves up for a world of bait and switch. You think you're saving money by reducing headcount, but suddenly you've signed up to a lifetime of servitude to a frontier model. And look, this technology makes a great impersonation of a human worker. But it's not a human worker, and you don't know what it costs to run, and therefore you can't know whether it's delivering value. I'm warning you that any day now, investors will stop putting in the cash and the game will be up. Anthropic, OpenAI, it could seriously be lights out. But even if that doesn't happen, rest assured there will be no more cheap AI. If it survives, you'll be paying a fortune for it, not just to recover the costs of these data centers and training the models, but also to provide a financial return to all those investors who poured their money in. But the most dangerous part is what they do once you put your data in their cloud. That's because the SaaS business model is ransomware. You're not a customer, you're a hostage. Don't ever forget that. And worse still, they're doing something that's pretty close to fraud. They're selling you a product that they know doesn't work properly at a price they know that's artificial, designed to lock you in. First it was the LLMs, then it was the agents, and then it's the harnesses. Every time they solve a problem by selling you something more. But once investors stop subsidizing that, the only way they're going to get their money back is to find new suckers to buy these companies off them. That's why they're all rushing into the IPO. It's not about sharing the wealth with the ordinary person. It's about getting their money back and passing off this steaming pile of dog shit onto somebody else. That's the AI bubble. But here's the thing, we actually do have a choice. Not all the big tech companies have been playing the same game. One company has stayed out of it. It's Apple, and they've been heavily bagged for it. That's because at the end of the day, they're a company that sells you a device. And despite what you might say about the walled garden, their business model is not about lock-in. When you buy an iPhone, a Mac, or an iPad, it's yours, you own it. And what you do with it is largely up to you. Apple doesn't charge you a monthly subscription to keep your device running. And they don't charge you for operating system updates. And if you don't like the next iPhone, don't buy one. Buy a Samsung or a Pixel instead. They have to earn your trust every time a new product comes out. If you make a great product, you don't need to take your customers hostage like in SaaS. The problem is that big tech has become hooked on the SaaS drug. They love it because it's a license to print money. Look at how Microsoft has behaved with Windows 11. Just shameful. Spyware and jamming Copilot into absolutely everything, whether it needed it or not. The SaaS model makes big tech lazy because once they got you, you can't move. Or at least that's what they thought. So now let me tell you where Kiraa comes in. Kiraa takes all the good stuff from AI and packages it into a single application that runs exclusively on Apple Silicon. It's just like OpenClaw is great for home enthusiasts playing with AI, Kiraa is the enterprise equivalent for business. But unlike OpenClaw, it doesn't come with security holes that you can drive a truck through. It's designed to run entirely on Apple Silicon. And that means three things. It's software you own, not rent. You're not paying tokens forever, and the models are built to run locally in a data center that sits on your desk. 2, it keeps your information secure. Nobody can train their models on your data or use your data to then sell you things. Number 3, it's faster and cheaper than anything else on the market today because it leverages Apple's M-series chips right there at the cutting edge of performance. Over the last three years, our team has built something truly amazing. It sounds fancy, but it's not. It's an AI engine, which is just a set of tools that let businesses build workflows using AI. We have an application that takes data from anywhere, files, API, web, whatever, and it passes it through a predefined set of steps to turn it into something else, a board report, an email, or even a YouTube video. What happens in between is where the magic happens. We use our engine to deploy agents to work within the Apple's M-series chip, each one running independently across the cores. If you've got a Mac Mini, you'll probably have 10 cores. 4 are dedicated to high performance and 6 are to efficiency. With the Kiraa engine, we use those cores to deploy independent agents. And because it's on Apple Silicon, that thing just screams. Work that might have taken hours or days can literally be done in minutes. Over the last 3 years, our team has spent more than $1 million perfecting that technology. We took one process, sales reporting, that used to take 10 days and condensed it into an hour. And now, because it's so fast and so cheap, we can do that work daily or even several times a day at no extra cost. That means we move from an uncapped variable model to a fixed price model. We don't need data centers renting GPUs by the token. Apple already gives us everything we need to run on their device. And it doesn't just stop at Mac Minis and Mac Studios. The Kiraa engine runs on iPads, iPhones, and Vision Pro. It works across the entire Apple ecosystem because it's designed for that hardware. So AI is no longer something that happens in the data center, it happens on the device. A few weeks ago, we partnered with a medium-sized technology company in the US, Madison Digital, to design a prototype of a Kiraa engine to run on a lunar rover. It's a perfect example of why you need on-device processing, because there's no data centers on the moon. So all the high-end analytics has to happen on device. We'll find out about that in August. But we're also exploring significant partnerships to put the Kiraa engine into places that also don't work on the cloud. Regulated industries, remote environments, even inside your home, where Kiraa is a game changer for AI. And I want to be really clear that I don't want this becoming another SaaS product. The business model I'm proposing looks a lot more like hardware that you own instead of software that you rent. For me, Kiraa isn't my business, it's my passion. I've poured everything into this idea because I believe it's so important that we fix a broken technology model. And that's why up until now, we haven't taken a cent from venture capital or any government funding. The people who have supported Kiraa believe in me and the team that I've built, and for our shared vision on a different kind of future. Next month, we'll be launching our crowdsource funding round to give us the capital that we need to grow. The details will be on our website, and I'll be talking more about it in the coming weeks. The funds that we raise will be used to further test and refine the Kiraa engine. And over the next few months, I want to bring on 10 high-value use cases in different industries so we can build out compelling case studies. We've got 6 verticals identified already, and we're currently working on filling the next 4. The Kiraa engine, in fact, becomes part of their software, so they can focus on users while we focus on making the best possible engine. And then on 30th of June 2029, 3 years from now, we're going to release the Kiraa engine as open source, which means any developer in the Apple ecosystem will be able to build their solutions on our software, and everyone will have access to the Kiraa engine to build their apps. Now, it's not just me, there are other people doing this as well. YouTube PewDiePie and Nate P. Jones are also open sourcing AI software, which is great. Those tools are perfect for individuals and small businesses, but not for enterprise, because that's my wheelhouse, and that's the place where I want Kiraa to play. It's a tough nut to crack for sure, which is why we need to work with partners. But To be clear, I'm not here to create a monopoly. Our business will have to continually earn the trust of its customers by providing high levels of service, just like every other normal business on the planet. So by supporting Kiraa, you're supporting a new type of business model, one that democratizes technology and requires businesses to continually earn the trust of their customers, not just take them hostage. I'm Dr. Errol Brandt, the founder of Kiraa. Please like and subscribe and connect with me on LinkedIn. I try to read and respond to as many comments I can. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.